Hi, I'm Julia.
And I'm Sue.
And welcome to Sticks and Stones. Today on episode 45, we're going to be doing a book review, Dishcloth Diva and Dishcloth Diva Knits On. We're going to look at some of the patterns in the book and just talk about our thoughts, and we'll also have a giveaway.
Hello.
Hello. It's been a long summer.
Yes.
And yet we're here.
It's still summer, right? Oh no, wait, today's the first day of September.
Yeah, and kids are back in school.
I shouldn't have said that.
Why?
Just in case we release this on the first day of October.
No, once it's on the camera, it goes a little faster. It's the scheduling that makes it a little
not on schedule. Let's
yeah, not on schedule. Mostly because summer is like that.
Yes. We were having too much fun.
Yeah, a lot of vacations and things to do and not moving and good stuff.
Yes.
So, but I got some stuff done. Did you?
I did.
Anything done while you were away?
I did a few things. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to start?
Sure. Is there anything you want to share?
Well, I didn't finish this, but I'm working on it. This was so fun. I did this when I was on vacation. And so what this is we wove metal and paper.
Cool.
So this part is a sheet of copper. I think it was 24 gauge maybe, or 22. And we cut strips, and then we cut strips of paper.
Oh, wow.
And then you would weave them in and out. And actually when I was done with it, I said I was just going to hang up like this, and it looked like 70s art. But what this is here is, that's not completed, is then I took a piece of brass and I cut out a form, and I used a hammer and a dapping tool to concave it, and I'm wrapping it around it, and eventually it's going to go in this ring form.
Oh,
so it'll be
neat.
on top of there like that. That's the idea. We'll see how it works, just because you do have to be careful. I got to this point where I started wrapping it around, and you have to do it real carefully because it'll unravel, and it was late and I was tired, and I said, I need to do this when I'm on top of my game. So I haven't gotten back to it.
That's a neat idea, though.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Where did you get that idea from?
Actually, someone I was on vacation with had found it on Pinterest.
Cool.
We spent as much time on Pinterest looking for new ideas as we did actually making stuff. And of course, we always like to paint rocks over there. Where they have these, the place that we go in Vermont, they always have these really cool, I guess I didn't bring them in, these beautiful black rocks that are tumbled from Lake Champlain. So I just love painting rocks.
Yeah.
I had a good
That's
time.
a really neat pattern that the paisleys look good on that.
Yeah. We use paint pens.
Oh, yeah.
So that you can get a real nice, fine line. And my daughter made this. I had to share it, even though I didn't make it. Is this rain chain, and I think
that's so neat.
we might have to do this as a DIY on our upcoming episodes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. You can hang it up and use it, for the rain to run down, or you can just use it to hang up. So it's just really pretty. It's heavy.
Yeah.
But it's really pretty.
It looks like you could even put, if you had postcards or something, you could kind of stick them in there and hang it as a display. Kind of.
Yeah, that would be neat.
Christmas cards. I don't know. I love it though. That's really neat. I like the juxtaposition. That's my word of the day. Of the shiny industrial metal look with the natural.
Right.
I really like the way that.
And then depending what kind of wire you use, it can rust.
Oh,
which if you wanted to rust, if you don't use galvanized, it'll rust, and then you get a totally different look. So it's cool though.
Yeah.
So she did that, and I worked on. I just finished these today. I'm making some poles to make a custom bracelet for someone. This is a horsehair. So I'm working on that, and dun dun dun! Episode 45. Finally. I finished the washcloth that I started on our first knit along, which was like episode 1. Actually, I finished it because it was annoying me, and I said enough with this beep 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 beep, and then I said I'm done. So I finished that. It does look sort of like a washcloth.
Yeah, it does.
So, I mean, it's got some holes, and we were talking about how this part right here I have to tie together so that the whole thing doesn't unravel. We don't really know how I did that.
Somehow.
But I did finish knitting something. It only took, how many years have we been doing this? Like
3.
3?
okay because you've been doing other stuff in the meantime.
I'm working on a sweater for you for Christmas. It's gonna be like Christmas. What is it?
2020. No, that's great though. I mean, you got to start somewhere. That's the way I look at it. And you know, if you're doing other stuff, you're doing other crafts. Sometimes,
yeah,
priorities. It's okay. It's okay.
Woohoo! I finished something.
I think it's great. I really do.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And what have you been working on? Did you finish something you started 3 years ago?
Well, I finished something I started 1 year ago.
Really? Let's see it.
Well, this is the cowl that took forever and is forever long, but it's finished.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about it. I put these really crazy green buttons on that I bought when I was in Rochester this year. So I got the yarn the first year and this one the second year, and it is made to. You kind of stick it over your shoulders, and then there's a buttonhole down here, so you can button it up.
So you can make it as long or as short as you want.
I have drop stitches too. How did that happen?
The expert dropped a stitch. You know, when I get out my yarn to fix mine, I'll fix yours.
There's drop stitches. I can't believe that. I don't know what happened. There's 3 of them. Well, I'll fix it when I get home.
It's the drop stitch fairy.
Yeah. You button it on like this, so you can wear it like a shawl of sorts. With you can tuck this underneath, and it's thick because it's double layered. The only thing I can't do with it that she says you can is you're supposed to be able to put the whole thing with a tube over your head, and I feel like I'm in one of those giant caterpillar things, where you can like bend over and it's got the hole. And that's what I feel like, 'cause it's just so big and long, and when I'm pulling it up, I'm just pulling and pulling and pulling. So
it makes me think you would be like one of those women in Africa that they wear the rings to make their necks longer.
Yeah, and it was very it felt like I was wearing a neck brace because it was so dense and thick, and I think that either I didn't make the tube quite wide enough because I do tend to knit a little bit thick or tightly, or I might, the yarn might be a little thinner than the pattern called for originally. I'm not sure what it is. It's been too long.
You need to save this for when your kids start driving. And you put it on the neck brace so that you're ready to drive.
Yes. But I'm happy with it. I think the colors turned out really fun. And
yeah.
So it's something that's original. No one else in the whole world will ever have something just like this.
Never, 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 never.
So that one I finished. And I finished another cowl, which is much lighter and comfortable. I started Christmas presents. I'm being really good this year. So
you go, girl.
Thick, squishy.
You're making it worth it for Hobby Lobby and Michael's to have Christmas stuff.
Yeah, probably. The kids keep asking me, why are there Halloween and Christmas things? I'm like, well, crafters take a while. So, but yeah, I figure little by little, I'll get these things done.
It's very comfy.
I don't know who it's for yet. But that's alright, someone will love it, I'm sure. So those are my finished things. And I got some stuff started. Do you have something started?
Just my bracelet. That's what I'm working on. I have something else, but I can't show you till later.
Alright, that's right. Okay, well, I will keep talking. I did finish one sock that I started last September. So it's been a long time coming because it's a Halloween sock, and I thought I'd have it done, but I did not.
I like the colors.
And then I have
Is the yarn sold as Halloween yarn?
Yeah. It's Desert Vista Dye Works is the dyer's name, and she does a lot of zombie-based colorways, which is why it's green with the little flecks of red for the brains and the zombie. But it's also got the purple and the orange.
It is.
And
It's
black
very
part.
Halloween. It's got the purple and the green and the orange and the black.
I want to say this is either Somebody Says Boo or Somebody's Trick or Treating or something like that. But yeah, but it's fun, and so I think I'll probably have this one done for sometime this fall. I'll have it done.
Fun.
And then I started my Rhinebeck sweater.
It's fun.
Because you can't not have a Rhinebeck sweater.
When is Rhinebeck this year?
Third weekend in October. It's in the teens.
So like 17, 18, I think.
Yeah.
Or 18, 19.
Something like that, I believe. Yeah, so I'm working on that. And this is the back of my sweater.
Oh, that's pretty.
And it's kind of a partial original. I'm basing it on a written pattern, like a recipe, not really written, but a recipe. So, but the lace panel I picked out myself and stuck in. You guys can't see the lace, but there is a lace panel there. And then I'm kind of modifying the shape of it as I go to kind of make it my own thing.
Nice.
So, and it's orange. I mean, who can go wrong with orange, right?
Right.
I love it. This makes me just wish for fall.
I know. Some cool nights.
Mm-hmm.
I hear ya. It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, and then I'll be saying, where's spring? Because winter will come and we'll all cry. So there's that, and then my last thing, because I talked to you guys last time about the knit along, and some people are working along with me through the Knitter's Edge website, but also through Sticks and Stones. I've got a couple people who are working along, and so this is where mine is so far, and I'm almost done. I've got 2 repeats left, and I'll be finished. It doesn't look like a sweater really, because it's all kind of squished up, but there's my
that's so pretty.
Hitafude.
I like it.
Done in Titus. The Titus is...
Now that I'm done with this,
Yeah.
I'll start this.
You could.
Yeah, exactly.
You could. It's just got some yarn overs. You could do it.
Okay.
Basic stitches. But anyway.
Giving me the sweats just thinking about it.
But I'm really happy with this so far. And there's a couple girls who finished already. And there will be a prize for that. It's finished 15th September, so unless you're a super fast knitter, you probably won't be able to get in on this one. But, I mean, you never know. If you've got one that started and you want to jump in and say, hey, you know, I started in September and I'm making my Hitafude, you can be part of the prize thread too. So,
fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, just finish one up and let me know about it. I'm generous like that. Actually, it's my job, it's my work that's being generous. So, yeah.
And you're teaching a new class there on Tuesday
I
nights?
am. I'm starting on, this is my second beginner's class. I do one on Tuesday nights now and also Wednesdays. So if you're local and you want to join in, you can. That'd be fun. Yeah. I like to meet people in person. So
maybe one of these days I'll make it out.
Yeah. That'd be fun too.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I can make a bigger washcloth. Speaking of washcloths,
yes, we have a really fun book to review.
We do.
Yeah. We actually have 2 books. The first one is Dishcloth, Diva.
Dun dun dun.
And then the second part in the series called Dishcloth Diva, and it's on. And they are by Deb Buckingham, and they are distributed by Cooperative Press, who are the wonderful people who've been sending us copies to review, and they will also give you guys a copy if you go to our Ravelry group and sign up under the thread, or leave us a comment on the blog. We will enter you in a drawing for your own dishcloth book.
Yep, it'll be electronic, right?
Mm-hmm.
We will
Yes.
email it out to you.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about it real soon.
Yeah.
So stay with us.
Alright, so today we are talking about 2 books sent to us by Cooperative Press, Dishcloth Diva and Dishcloth Diva Knits On. And they're both collections of dishcloth patterns, which I thought was kind of nice. And usually I go and look up patterns online, and that's not bad, but it's kind of nice to have them all at your fingertips. So if you can just flip through real quick instead of having to search through pages and pages and pages, you can really see, you know, at the drop of a hat what the patterns were. So
Right.
it was kind of fun having a book to look at for a change.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
I started a dishcloth.
Another
Actually,
one.
right now it's a bookmark. See?
Little one. Yeah. So what is this one that you were
This
making?
one is called Abstract, and it's from, oh, it's 10 and something. This is from Dishcloth Diva,
Mm-hmm.
the first one. And that's as far as I got. It's called Abstract.
Yeah, but it's a very good start. And the first book I thought was much more geometric, where the second one was a little more decorative. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's,
Yeah, I felt I would feel more comfortable knitting from the first book, because the second one looks really fancy to me.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looked like it was a little more for beginners than maybe the second book would be.
The book itself is like the pattern, you know, I was able to easily find a pattern that I could do.
Mm-hmm.
And in the back was all the abbreviations, but I needed to look up to remind myself how to cast on, cast off, because that kind of information isn't in the book. So it's not a beginner's book in that sense of like it shows you, remember this is how you cast on, this is what a knit is, this is what a purl is, which is fine because most books don't have that. I just needed to find that myself, which was okay. It was just I had to be prepared when I was in the car. Oh right. Because I was doing this in the car, so I didn't have the interwebs in my car.
This one though, compared to some of the other books we've looked at, does have really good links, so you can click in the table of contents on the picture and it will take you right to the pattern. And then every page has a table of contents button at the bottom, so you can click on that and it takes you right back to the table of contents, which is a lot better than having to flip through a whole bunch of pages. It's actually an official ebook, not a book that's been scanned.
Oh, okay, so that's the difference between some of the ones we've seen before.
I think so. Yeah, so I thought that was really nice. And I liked how in the first book she really got into a lot of cotton, like just talking about the fiber itself and the reasons why you would choose cotton over wool. But then in the second book she got into wool, mostly because she has what she calls a lapgan pattern in here, and if you were going to do an Afghan or a lapgan you would more likely be interested in using wool. So she kind of talks about both sides of it, the dishcloth side and the Afghan side, and how you can use your dishcloth patterns to make other projects, which is, you know, yet something else that people don't talk about very much. I thought that was a neat idea.
So for the lapgan, do you make all the squares and then sew them together, or do you keep going as your and just change what your pattern is?
It looks like they are knit individually and then seamed together. But it makes a really beautiful, I mean the colors and stuff in the patterns makes a really beautiful blanket.
Yes,
so
definitely.
That was kind of fun.
It's a neat project too if you wanted to do a community project where everybody knits something, and that way you only have this much
one
to
square.
knit. Because I mean, for some people that can take 3 years.
Hopefully not too much longer. I made 3 of these. I made Stainless from the first book, and then I made Betty and Virginia from the second book, and I'll show them here. I thought the patterns were very nice. I thought they were well written. I could understand the instructions very well. And you could really make them, you know, whatever size you wanted to. Mine were actually a little bit smaller than square because I started to run out of yarn. But it was easy to find a place in the pattern to stop, whereas some you can't do that. You do that and you cut off the cat's head, or you know the castle is missing a turret or something like that. And that would look silly. But these are very nice that you can really adjust them to the size you're looking for.
Yeah, I enjoyed the book a lot.
Yeah,
I have to say that.
The pictures were very nice. They're very clear.
I enjoyed the introduction too, the stories that went with them. And really, it's just her talking about, you know, how kind of embarrassing it is when she's on the train and people say, "What are you doing?" and she says, "I'm knitting a dishcloth."
Right.
Because that seems so workaday and counter-feminine.
Yeah.
So, you know, just that we need them, and why not? It's a quick project and it's fun, and
great for beginners. It really is.
Yes.
And I was thinking it'd be nice, like she kind of inspired me to think that if I have a bunch of these just kind of socked away, if I have a house guest, they can have their very own fresh, clean washcloths to take home with them, and then I don't have to go scrounging for, you know, to do laundry right before they show up.
Right.
I can just pull out a nice cloth, and it's a little, you know, present plus housewarming gifts. You know, it's just nice to have a kind of a store of them. So I'm
if you seam them together, then you can make them a towel.
You could. I suppose you could. I wouldn't do that, but I suppose you could. Unless they were a really special guest. But no, I mean, but I think that, you know, it's a portable project. It's something, especially if you have it on your digital device, that you can take with you, and then you've got those little things, those little nice things that it just makes it a nice touch.
Yes.
So
yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed actually starting this pattern, and I wasn't as frustrated as I was the last time.
That's good.
I think maybe my skills are advancing. It has nothing to do with the book. I mean, we can say that it's the book, you know, inspired me, but yeah, it went a little easier.
Yeah. So I think sometimes having a goal and seeing it written there, and like I have to only do 10 rows of this, is you know, where you had the other thing, it just was kind of going on forever.
Right.
That might help too.
Yes,
But
it does. But no, I enjoyed the books.
I would recommend them if you guys are interested in dishcloths. I would certainly run it out and say go ahead and get them from Cooperative Press, and they might actually be still running a sale, which is kind of nice. So you can check that out.
Or you can post on our Ravelry group and be entered into a drawing to win a copy.
That's right. I have both books, so I'll have 2 different threads. Well, we'll see. Either 2 threads or 1 thread, but one way or another, 2 books will be drawn. So go ahead and enter, and we'll have a question there for you guys to answer.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was a fun book.
It was. Definitely worth the time.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, while we were gone last month, I did do the drawing for the October House Fiber from the spinning that I did earlier in the summer. And I'm going to mispronounce it, but I believe it's Natia, New York City, NYC. Her name is Rebecca, and she won, and she's already received her fiber, so I hope she really enjoys it, and thank you guys for all signing up for that.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess that's it for today.
Getting back at the swing of things. Hopefully we'll be seeing you more often in the coming months.
Yes. Happy fall, happy school, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.